is Monday morning, January the 23rd. I'm First Warning Meteorologist Eric Burris, and this is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully get your day started off on the right note, and get you going in the best way possible. Let's just kind of set the stage right now. It is a gray start to the day. We're looking over to the Ponce Inlet, Daytona Beach shores. You can see the Dunlawton Bridge there off on the kind of center left part of your screen. And on the right side, you got Daytona Beach. Always a very cool shot here. But yeah, it is definitely a cloudy start to the day. There's a couple of things. First off, had a cold front moving through overnight, brought some of us some real heavy rain. I know I woke up hearing the rain. So top two things we are monitoring this morning: the sun returning to your neighborhood. Love to see that. We'll be discussing that. Plus, fire pit weather right around the corner. Yeah, definitely love to see that. We're going to get into all of the, as Mike Lyons would say, the hits, runs, and errors coming up in just a couple of minutes time. But first, let's just set up our situational awareness. We've got plenty of clouds, but happy to say the rains are moving out. Here's First Warning live Doppler radar. The last of the rain that we're watching, Brevard County, as that live sweep comes through, quick shower for you. There's the rest of it. That's the line of rain that moved through overnight, now over St. Lucie and Martin counties, and will continue to clear out of our area. As it does so, it will also take the clouds. Here's a look at the satellite and radar, and you can see those heavy downpours moving into South Florida. The cold front is through, and we are enjoying a turn of the winds and some really wonderful temperatures. 57 degrees right now at Ocala. It is 59 degrees in the Villages, 62 in Orlando, and about 64 in Melbourne. I will add, these temperatures are not really moving all that much through the day today. So hope you like a little bit of cool. It's not like it's going to be a chilly day. It's just not going to warm up all that much. Warm coffee always hits the soul. So take a look at the forecast then, my friends. 68 degrees by 1 o'clock. It's a really sluggish temperature climb. 70 by 3 p.m. That's it. And then we'll start to drop off little bit by little bit from there. 68, 5 p.m., mainly clear skies. Just beautiful, beautiful conditions. Just beautiful. Do want to let you know, about 2 minutes before I came on to Coffee Talk, the FAA started a delay program over at Orlando International Airport. Delays running about 30 or so minutes because of runway construction. Not the most fun thing in the world, but nevertheless, do want to make sure you know the big board over at MCO actually not looking too bad. Most flights are still on time. There are 17 delayed flights and 2 cancellations, so I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. All right, so let's talk temperatures across Central Florida, and there you go. 66 in Ocala, 68 in Leesburg, 70 degrees in Orlando, 69 degrees for us in Wedgefield, about 73 in Melbourne. And I see Chris is asking about dew points. Let me dig those up for you. We don't usually talk about dew points, so I don't have them at the ready. But here you go. There are your dew point temperatures. The drier air certainly working in. The bone dry air is still into North Florida. But dew point temperatures are into the 50s, so it's not blisteringly dry. Is that a word? Blisteringly? But it is still lovely. I mean, it is a lovely, lovely forecast around Central Florida. You want to play some golf today? Go play! Clearing skies, cool temperatures. It looks great. Heading out to the attractions today, looking good, a mix of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures in the 60s for the majority of the day. So that's where we're at. Any questions, comments, concerns? Anything? Taylor says, welp, I restarted, and comments are still going slow. If I miss anything, I'll see them eventually. I spy with my little eye, comments working fine. I don't know. Everything's looking good from my perspective. Yeah. Do know this, though. We've got quite an interesting ride of weather these next couple of days because while today is nice and cool, about 70 for a high temperature. Tomorrow, 73 for a high temperature. But look what happens by Wednesday. Bada bing, bada boom. The temperatures are going to be climbing. And as I make fun of Manalfi, I will add to the fact that I am in for Manalfi today, which means you don't get one, you don't get two, you get 3 Facebook Lives with me. Oh, baby. If you didn't like me before, you're gonna like me now. We're stuck with each other. Yeah, so because I'm in with the evening team tonight, which frankly, I'm gonna need y'all's help just to stay awake. But so we've got this morning's coffee talk, giddy up. We've got the afternoon coffee talk, giddy up. And then we'll get into like a 9 o'clock Facebook Live as I'm trying to stay awake. Does that work for everybody? Need to clean my glasses here. Does that work for everybody? I'm going to need some help to stay awake. Janine says, hi, Eric. New listeners here. Whoops. Hi. How are you? Good morning. I'm just begging for your help to keep me awake as I do the evening shows tonight. Oh, that is so much better. I can see you now. Although, is there a scratch? Yeah, it's a scratch. Dang it. Nothing I hate more. So basically, we were being told to bring the shenanigans. Yeah, for the evening one, let's do that. Let's do that. Debbie says, yes, we'll keep you awake and off the rails. Oh, okay. You understand the assignment. I love it. I love it. You can never have enough Burris in your life. Yeah, that's from my brother. Propaganda is strong with this one. Yeah, all the dad jokes. Jeannie says, trying to get situated on my patio. Ooh, that sounds good. Coffee on the patio. It's turning more and more sunny outside. Cheryl says, bedtime coffee talk at 9. I mean, I'm going to be trying to stay awake. But whatever you need to do, do. Yeah. I know Taylor scratched my glasses. It was probably some stinking Fisher-Price toy. Mickey, severe weather still coming up on the 31st. Well, let's take a look. So, perspective purposes, let's look at our long-range forecast. I'll tell you, I just about finished tweaking the March forecast. Just need to build the graphic for it. And I don't know if I'll get the chance to do it today, if I'm honest. I'm working on a project for our Louisville station that's going to have me in early to work. And so, yeah, I don't know that... I don't know that I'll get the graphic done, but I'll try. Are we doing this tonight? We're doing this tonight, yeah. So I always do 7 days a week. I do the 8 a.m. 5 days a week during the week. I do the 3:30 p.m. coffee talk, where we just kind of check in and see how things are. But because I'm in for Manafoli tonight, we are going to be doing a 9 p.m. together. Does that work for you, Janine? Okay, so I put this out January 8th, and I had said, and frankly, I should have put trending cooler again for later this week, but it wasn't there was a signal, it just wasn't clear, so I digress. But nevertheless, the 31st has a pretty good little signature for some stronger storms. So let's do this. Let me just dial up some raw model data. And perfect. Okay. All right. Let me dial up the raw model data. That way we can look. So the 31st is kind of what we were looking at. This is the raw GFS. And let's just see. The 25th, there's a good little snowstorm for the Northeast. 25th, 26th. 27th, 28th, 29th. See that storm system in Texas there around the 29th? Yeah, that's going to be the one. Around the 31st. So it's pretty far south, Louisiana, Panhandle, that energy's there. So that to me is going to be probably the one we were talking about. Let me just switch over to severe weather parameter, Cape. I mean, there's not a ton, but there's some. Yeah, so there's some There's some cape in there, not a ton, but a little bit. So at any rate, yeah, I mean it's kind of looking like that's still in the ballpark there. That storm threat for the 31st. So we'll be looking. And then for those of you that like the long range thing, here's February. February does look to have a pretty busy setup. Definitely a clear signal for severe weather on the 6th or so of February. So we'll definitely be looking at that. And then March looks to be just a little bit quieter. And then April will probably get a little busier again. Yep. All right, catching up on comments here. 9 p.m. on my schedule to stay awake. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, we'll be doing our thing at 9. I'm going to be trying to stay awake. I've got the espresso maker in the weather center. We'll be trying to stay awake. Jeannie says, 9 p.m. I'm in, might be wine, no decaf. Oh, no, that's fine. Jeannie, if it needs to be wine for you, you got to do what you got to do. If I had wine, I would fall asleep. Yeah. Janine says, hey, Eric, you need some low music in the background, maybe. Do like a little WLOQ. Do y'all remember WLOQ? Do the girl from Ipanema. Very, very gusty winds of late at my house. Yeah, Jeannie, we had lots of winds out the last couple of days. Thankfully, though, the broader weather pattern, let me just show you kind of the bigger perspective. This cold front is going to pick up some winds a little bit today, but eventually the winds should calm a little bit. If we look at the winds right now, probably today 10, 15, gusting to 20 miles an hour. But on Saturday, we had like 20, 25 miles per hour. But yeah, you can see that cooler, drier air is pushing in as we speak. So it'll be a little breezy today, but it won't be gusty like it was on Saturday. And even yesterday was gusty too. Actually, yesterday was more, get my days mixed up. Of course, Becca, of course. Thank you. Chris says 0.17. So you almost had 0.2 of an inch of rain. I had like less than 1/10 of an inch of rain at my house. Just a quick downpour. Yeah. When you're in for Menalfi, do you leave the office as soon as the 11 p.m. broadcast is over, or do you have to stay for a while? Tim's asking. It depends. It depends if I've got work on my plate that I have to get taken care of. Yeah. It really does just depend. Some jazz in the background would be good. Wouldn't that be nice? Do 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 do. The girl from Ipanema. Crazy wind yesterday, Annie says. Indeed. Why don't these winds keep the stupid small engine planes out of the air and out of the airspace over my little house? Sharon, that's not nice at all. You do know, Sharon, that I fly those stupid small engine planes. That's not nice. I would be willing to bet that the airport was probably there before your little house. Ooh, coming in hot on a Monday morning. Jan says I had to move my wind chimes further away from my windows. It was getting so annoying. Yeah, you want it to be a pleasant sound. You don't want it to be that annoying, like blah, blah, like a turkey that's being like gutted outside, Oh, man. Just put a disclaimer, you don't own rights to music, and that usually appeases the Facebook gods. It will keep you out of Zuckerberg penitentiary. I don't know. I don't know. How strong do the winds have to be to keep those stupid planes from flying? Sharon, you keep with the negativity, and I'm sorry, but this isn't a negativity space, especially for those stupid planes. Before I had kids, I used to fly them. Good gravy. That's strike 2. If I could live right next to the airport, I would. Listen, when we were building this house, literally, I was checking to see where I was on approach paths and everything because I wanted to be able to watch airplanes. And one of the neatest things when we're in the swimming pool during the summer, I mean, my pool is like 55 degrees right now. But one of my favorite things to do is have Eric tell me what kind of airplane is flying over. And he's starting to get decent at them. He's starting to get decent at it. We were driving by the Orlando International Airport yesterday, and Eric was like, "Oh, that's a Frontier. That must be an Airbus." And I looked at him and I was like, "Oh boy, I've really taught this kid." Just like, "Oh, Southwest. Southwest, that has to be a 737. Yeah. So anyway, so that's where we're at. Winds are going to be nice, cool breeze for us. Next couple of days, we're going to be watching those temperatures climb a little bit. Wednesday, 83. That's when our next storm system gets into Central Florida. And then from there, cold. Kenneth, that's funny. That's a dad joke is what that is. It's going to get cold this weekend, all right? Now, we're going to be fine-tuning these numbers a little bit, but listen. 62 for a high on Friday. That's no joke. Like, that's going to be cold. Let's take a look at current idea for Friday afternoon around Central Florida. 62 in Orlando. If you live up north, though, like Ocala and the Villages, you're talking 50s for high temperatures. That's a blustery day. Whew. That's jacket weather, people. Just keep that in mind. Cold small, Jeannie says. Hey. As long as you're prepared for it. Sharon says, we'll trade you weather. We have snow here in Indiana Wednesday into Thursday, and I have to go get out in it for a doctor's appointment. Oh, that's, yeah. 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 Oh, man. Shannon says, Wednesday is when I go back to work from maternity leave. I'm sorry, Shannon. Looks like the sky will be crying too. Yeah. Looks like, listen, they don't say Mother Nature for nothing. How about those asperatus clouds a few days ago? Oh, yeah, they were, Mandy. Somebody was emailing me pictures. I didn't turn anything around quickly enough on a graphic, but very cool clouds the other day with some upper level wind shear. It was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. Yeah. It was indeed. Yeah. Beth, my grandfather could tell me all the different airplanes going over. Yeah, it's true. It's kind of funny too because there's times where I'll be in the pool and I'll be like, that's got to be a DC-9, not a DC-9, a DC-10 MD-11. And I won't even look and I'll just be like, tell me, is that a FedEx or a UPS with a tail jet? And everyone's like, how do you know? There's certain, it's like listening to a Pilatus. You could tell, or a Piaggio. You could tell the noise. You could tell by the engine noise. Debbie, did I ride Splash Mountain this weekend? I didn't. Listen, I've been there enough. I've ridden the ride enough. I didn't want to go when the chaos was ensuing. I did post, though. I don't know if y'all saw this. Somebody posted on eBay, okay? Let me see if I can copy this over. I would love to share this because it's so ridiculous. So somebody, look. First off, I actually don't even know how you would do it because it's not like it's easy to get access to this. But somebody, as we speak, somebody on eBay has a jar of Disney's Splash Mountain water. And there are, by the way, 23 bids on it. Now, I mean, I loved the ride. And I'll be among those that are sad to see it leave. I'll be very excited to see what its next version is. But like, what? Now, I like tchotchke souvenirs. Like, look, come over here. I keep, this is what's called a microphone flag. I keep mic flags from the TV stations that I used to work at, okay? I've got mugs, the whole 9 yards. But water? Does it come with a certificate of authenticity? I mean, for what it's worth, $81. $81. Jeannie says $81. People are nuts. Yeah. Tim says, what's the passenger capacity of your favorite intelligent little plane? Can we have a coffee talk drive-through with the guest live from the plane? My favorite little plane's a Cessna 152. That puppy's got 2 seats, pilot and passenger. Becca says, wow, people are stupid. I mean, you're paying $81. You know, I was taught at a young age, a fool is born every day. So what's more foolish? Posting 4 ounces? With the word limited misspelled, may I add. Limited. Right? I mean, and if it's a cast member, like, do they get let go if they get caught? Like, this looks like it's a guy. You can see a wedding band. Jeannie points out condition of the water used. If you're listening on the podcast, by the way, you can listen to Coffee Talk on a podcast. But if you're listening on the podcast, I've got the eBay listing on the screen. It's 4 ounce. It reads Disney's Splash Mountain Water 122-2003 limited 4 ounces. Condition used. I mean, and like, you know, what's the description? Used, an item that has been used previously. Okay. Water captured from Disney's Splash Mountain on 12203 last day of the ride. We have a limited amount of 2. One for auction, the other for a bin. I don't even know what a bin is, but... Speechless is really what I am at this point. My brother says you squeeze out your shirt. Oh, so it's been like on somebody's shirt and we squeeze it out? That's disgusting. Can it be verified? I don't think so. Are you selling them on eBay, though? See, that's the thing. A fool's born every day, right? Because, like, what's foolish? The people buying it? Probably. The person selling it? Listen. I mean, yeah. That's not... throwing in a couple of bucks, you know? Yeah. I don't know. You can get a good deal on a gallon of water. I know. Sadly, it shows how some have money to waste. Well, there's that too, Janet. I mean, and like if you buy this jar, you're going to get a sealed jar. Do you then put the picture with Splash Mountain near it? Because I could fake it. I could find that ugly looking jar and put a picture and put that picture behind it and be like, boom, there it is. Kelly, I took the picture. That's not my hand. Sarah says, are people actually bidding on them? Sarah, there are 23 bids. There are genuinely 23 people that are bidding on Splash Mountain Water. You need to learn the game of hustle. See, that's fun. I'm all about that. I just think it's hilarious that there are bids. Listen, I put up a couple of... I started an Etsy shop at some point. Put up a couple of shirts. 0 people have bought them. So I'm all about the hustle, but it doesn't mean that you know, people are born foolish enough to buy. But Splash Mountain Water, that's a whole different thing. Squoze, word of the day. Using it. I like it, Jeannie. Bin is buy it now. Ah, I see. But thank you, Catherine. Thank you. So what is buy it now price then? Is there a buy it now price? I haven't used eBay in a while, so is there? Hey, have one to sell? I could sell it now. I could just go bottle up some water but I don't see the buy it now one. Glendale Cards, okay. Anyway. All right. That's something. That's all. Oh, it's something. Listen, the internet is full of anecdotes, whether it means to or not. Annette says, I thought today was the last day. No, as a matter of fact, if you look, fun fact, if you look on the map, the Disney map, it already has Tiana's Fabulous Adventure or what have you. I'm just pulling it up here now. But it's already got the coming in 2024. At least I saw something about that. Is the new version still Splash Mountain with new characters and visuals? I believe it's going to be called Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is going to be very fun. Marty says, I used to work for Disney. Serious Disney collectors are a bit crazy. I mean, I would agree with that. Oh, boy. The internet is full of scams. Yeah. John's asking, what does Wednesday look like for Universal? So let's take a look. So Wednesday, we know there's going to be some showers. Let's look at Futurecast. Selling water. It's like selling ice to an Eskimo. Ice to an Eskimo, right? All right. So Wednesday. Let's take you through on Futurecast. Okay. So it looks like Wednesday morning is fine, right? But into the afternoon Wednesday, that's when we're going to start to see some showers entering into the mix. Now, understand that the timing may be tweaked a little bit, but afternoon into the evening, 10 o'clock on Wednesday, for example, 11 o'clock on Wednesday, for example, midnight moving into the metro. So Wednesday's fine. It looks more like Wednesday afternoon, evening into Thursday. That's where we're kind of changing all of that up. So, yeah, we're good in that respect. Janet says, Etsy, that's an idea. I've clothes I never wore. Well, I made some silly designs, and you'd never know it's me, and I, did that on purpose. But made some silly designs, and yeah, 0 sales. So I figured I'd try it. Oh, thank you, Janine. Thank you. Donna says $81 is 3 days of food. I think I will choose food instead of some nasty used water. Nope. Good morning to you, Jessica. Mercy, Chris, I had no idea. Okay. Did not know. All right. Will not. Noted. Any more freezing in the forecast? So we do, if we look long range, we know, first off, it may not be freezing, but we do know that we've got chill coming in late this week into the weekend. All right. So there's that. Then we know, looking long range, that the month of February actually offers up a pretty decent chill. A couple of different opportunities. And I would say, in terms of the cycling of it all, the 14th, 15th, 16th, that is going to be our Christmas chill coming back around again. So keep that in mind, okay? Nasty water squozen out of someone's nasty shirt. Yummy. Goodness gracious. Jamie says, Mother Nature giving me whiplash with the temps. Yeah. Tina, you setting up the Coffee Talk drive-thru for this week? Yes, I will do that this morning. We're going to do the Coffee Talk drive-thru where we'll have somebody on and we'll chat with them. Yes, I need to do that. Becca, that's so gross. Water from a theme park. Who knows? It could. I don't know, man. It's just gross. All right, so we'll talk more about the Coffee Talk drive-thru tomorrow, and we'll get that all set up. But in the meantime, weather whiplash for sure. 70 today, chilly tonight, 40s for us, okay? 73 Tuesday, 83, warm on Wednesday, then pew, down we go. Into the chillier register Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday. All right? That's what we got, people. That's all I got for now. Now I have to think of ways to fill up newscasts for later tonight. WESH 2 News at 5, 5:30, 6, 10, and 11. I'll see you for all of them, baby. It's a party in a jar. All right? Sound good? Does that sound good to you? Sounds good to me. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. We will do this again, 3:30 this afternoon. I believe Cam Tran is going to be doing the 4 o'clock show. So, we'll do that. We'll do the TV stuff. And then 9 o'clock tonight, let's do this again, all right? We're going to help each other. I'm going to help you get to bed. You're going to help me stay the heck awake, and hopefully we could all help each other. All right? All right, very good. Listen, be the sunshine. Take care, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye.